is in studio with what Kentucky State Police is saying about the investigation.
Deputy Phipps served as a member of the Russell County Sheriff's Office for 3 years. Those who knew him say he loved his job, serving and protecting the people of Russell County. New details released by Kentucky State Police are shedding light on his death. KSP's initial findings reveal the incident started with Trooper Jake Smith, who was conducting a traffic stop. The operator of that vehicle, who was later identified as Joshua Arnold, who you just saw on your screen, initially stopped for Trooper Smith, but eventually took off during the stop. When Smith caught up to Arnold, he fired multiple shots at Trooper Smith and ran off from there. Officers, including Deputy Phipps, were called in to find Arnold, a search that led them to a trailer park off Bluebird Drive. Officers heard several gunshots coming from one of the trailers and eventually found both Deputy Phipps and Arnold with life-threatening gunshot wounds. They were both taken to the hospital, where they later died.
And it broke my heart because, my husband, he knows some of the cops. So, but I hope to God that everybody just changes and quit being the way they are.
So that lady is from that trailer park and said that I hope that everybody changes and just stop being the way that they are. So stop being pieces of shit. You hear me, Russell Springs? You need to stop being pieces of shit to each other. Stop being so shitty. Now, I want to read a couple of these new reports. I didn't know that new reports came in. I thought eventually they're going to tell us that one of the cops had shot the cops, which I still believe that is the case. The cop shot a cop. Now, what happened in that trailer, we don't know. Pete Rose is dead? No, he's not. You want to bet? I don't know. He is the all-time hits leader, so he probably should be in the Hall of Fame. Did he ever bet against himself? Everybody bets on sports now. So the KSP, Kentucky State Police, released new details about the incident that killed Deputy Josh Phipps. 38-year-old Russell County Sheriff's Deputy Josh Phipps was killed in the line of duty on September 16. Just came home to a disaster. That's what the woman is going to say, that she found the suspect accused of killing Kentucky deputy dead. Just came home to a disaster inside the home, according to preliminary findings from KSP's investigation. On September 16th, Trooper Jake Smith attempted to conduct a traffic stop in the Russell Springs community. During the interaction, the Josh Arnold subject vehicle, subject to who? Fucking King Charles? Were subjects? What the fuck? Accelerated away from the stop, resulting in a vehicle pursuit. Trooper Jake Smith pursued the vehicle for a short distance until the vehicle stopped behind a home on Bluebird Drive. According to KSP, the driver of the vehicle, later identified as 41-year-old Joshua Arnold, immediately exited the vehicle and fired a handgun multiple times in the direction of Jake Smith. In the direction of him. I mean, if he was aiming for him, he would have hit like a windshield or something. So just to scare him so he could run off, or was it an actual attempted murder? I think this stuff matters also. If that's the case, that he shot a handgun multiple times to Jake Smith, well, he's KSP. He's got a lapel camera and he's got a dash camera. Well, they should release every camera of all this stuff. Just tell the public what you got. Just let the public know what's going on. You're transparent. You're honest people. You're not going to review the tape and then slowly dole it out so you can control the narrative. That's not going to be what they do. No way in hell that's what they're going to do. If there was videotape, and let's say they didn't actually catch him shooting the gun off, but I would think that if he's following him, chasing him, following him, he parks the car, I would think that the video actually sees Josh Arnold with the handgun shooting it. You got videotape of that? I cannot even question it. I can't even doubt it. But if there's no videotape of it, well, that camera is still running. There should still be audio. There should still be audio. And if there's no audio and it's not audible, the shooting isn't audible, and you don't see anything on the videotape because sometimes they don't have the sound on for some reason, but you don't see the gun in his hand and he's not shooting and the shooting isn't audible. I don't like how they've done this entire story. They're playing the media and then the media is playing us. Multiple officers responded to the scene to assist, including Russell County Sheriff's Office Deputy Joshua Phipps. While officers searched the area for Joshua Arnold, Deputy Joshua Phipps entered a camper trailer. Moments later, officers on the scene heard multiple gunshots fired from inside the trailer. Troopers responded to the camper trailer and observed Arnold and Deputy Phipps had both suffered life-threatening injuries from gunshot wounds. Here's another report. Basically the same information, but they tell us just before 5:30 p.m. So we get another detail from this other report. You had Deputy Phipps and Arnold were removed from the camper and transported to a nearby hospital where they both were pronounced dead. So this incident happened September 16th, which is 14 days ago. This is September 30th. Begun as a traffic stop in the Russell Springs community. He's got 10 more. It's out for his arrest. It's about marijuana. It's about drugs. A lot of victimless, non-violent crimes. But if he's firing a gun at people, okay. He did stop. So he stops. That's interesting. That's interesting to me. So he didn't just take off right away. 41-year-old Joshua Arnold stops, but during the interaction with the trooper, Joshua Arnold sped away. That leads to a police chase. Well, because he speeds away, he's on the intercom. Hey, we need help. We need backup. Now we're going to get all the damn cops out of everywhere, out of Timbuktu, chasing after Joshua Arnold. According to the KSP, the trooper followed Josh Arnold a short distance until Arnold's vehicle stopped behind a home on Bluebird Drive. That's when police said that Josh Arnold fired several shots at the trooper and then fled on foot at the trooper, right? Bang, bang, bang. That's how you shoot a shot at the trooper, right? You aim what? Center mass? You aim right for the person? What, just shooting here? Isn't that more of a warning shot? I think that matters. I think all these details matter. Because if you're shooting at the person, then you could have shot the body. That's an attempted murder. If you're shooting around the person, then that's telling me that you want to scare the other person so you can run away. You want to run away and hide in somebody else's trailer, in somebody else's RV. Did he know about the RV? Does he know about this Rita Campbell? Who is this Rita Campbell? I don't trust this Rita Campbell at all. So, let's see. Multiple officers responded to the scene. That's interesting detail, too. So, police said Josh Arnold fired several shots at the trooper, fled on foot. Multiple officers responded to the scene. We're going to find out later that they didn't hear trailer park. They thought the city park. And then there's like little league games and shit going on at the city park, which is 2 miles away. It's 2 miles away. There should have been no commotion at the city park. No, not at the playground. Not around the swings and the slides. It's around the trailer park. No, it's around the trailer park over there, where there's a bunch of meth and a bunch of goddamn deer shit. I don't know. But you have officers were searching for Arnold Peace. The police said Phipps went inside a camper trailer. The reason why multiple officers come up onto the scene, because you just have 2 people inside the trailer, and both of those guys are dead. And so, there's also bullets in the trees. So that means there were cops outside of the trailer that was just spraying bullets into the trailer. And if there's multiple cops, and they don't know where Josh Arnold is, they're looking over here, they're looking over there. All right, you go search that area, you go search that area. Josh Phipps goes and searches the area. There is an exchange of gunfire. But let's say Josh Phipps did the right thing. Let's give him all the benefit of the doubt. So they go into the trailer. Josh Arnold fires at Josh Phipps. Josh Phipps shoots back. And he's victorious. He wins. He got the bad guy, right? The bad guy who was shooting at the trooper, who was running away, hiding in somebody else's trailer. And then he goes into the trailer, spots him, and then he got shot at. And if you get shot at, you have a right to defend yourself as a regular citizen. So if he got shot at, Josh Phipps pulled the gun out and shot Josh Arnold. After hearing the shooting from Josh Phipps, what do you think the cops outside of the trailers did? You think they just opened fire and just started spraying the trailer? How many cops were on the scene? 10 to 20? This is a small town. Population of 2,500. And it's incredible how long it's taken for them to tell us that the cops shot inside the trailer, and there is a possibility that one of the cops shot the cops. Why would that be? Why don't they just tell us the truth? They're the good guys, right? They're honest, they're transparent, they're open. You had a cop who shot the cop. Why do we have to just hear it from a goddamn old lady that's in the back of the trailer? Why do we have to find JLR Investigates to get to know the truth? Huh? Why is Russell Springs like that? It does seem like the people of Russell Springs need to change. Y'all need to quit being fucking pricks to each other. You don't have enough people in your damn town for you all to be such assholes. You could literally learn everybody's name and give a shit about every person in Russell Springs. Moments after, multiple shots were fired from inside the trailer, and then troopers discovered Arnold and Phipps suffering from life-threatening injuries. That's it? There wasn't any other shots, so you just have Josh Arnold and Josh Phipps exchanging fire inside the RV, inside a tiny trailer. An RV is half a trailer. So you got half a trailer, and they're just sitting there shooting shots against each other, and there's a bunch of bullet holes in the trees? Give me a fucking break. This article isn't telling us the full story. They're just repeating what the KSP said verbatim. They're not thinking, they're not adding to it, and ultimately they don't give a shit. If it bleeds, it leads. If it's gory, it's a story. What's the truth? And what should be the fallout from this? Because manslaughter and homicide says that if you shoot a third person, that is murder. That is manslaughter. Arnold and Phipps were taken to a hospital where both men were pronounced dead. Rita Campbell says she came home to a dead man inside. She sounds like a psycho. Her trailer is in horrible shape. Well, that's the important thing, right? Her goddamn half a trailer. Look at I have all this extra property in my poor trailer. Other people in the town say the chaos that ensued at a nearby park had them fearing that the violence would spread to them. So dude runs off, hides in a trailer, and now you got a bunch of people at the park who thinks that it's going to go to them. Why? Because 911 was called, and they went to the park first. So the cops just basically caused the whole stink. They fucked up when they went to the city park. Now they're already 1-2 minutes late from the chase. Rita Campbell said she came home to a disaster. Guy shot a cop. She's making sure she's doing the different narrative. A cop shot a cop? No. A guy shot a cop. He shot a cop. That's not the initial thing. It was a traffic stop, and then he's fleeing. And then as he fled the second time on foot, then he shoots up in the air to scare the cop. At no point in time has anybody witnessed a guy shooting a cop, or a cop shooting a cop, or a cop shooting a guy. No witnesses of anything. We know that 2 people are dead by gunshots, but where did those gunshots come from? Who shot who in what order? That shit matters. That shit matters. Guy shot a cop, because if he did shoot a gun and run away, then that means he still has a pistol with a couple bullets in it. So it's possible Josh Arnold could have shot at Josh Phipps when he comes in. And it could be possible that they shot each other. And end of story. But that's not the end of story. This fucking thing stinks. Guy shot a cop. The guy came and ran into my camper, and that's where his life ended. Wow, Rita Campbell, spoken like a true fucking psycho. God damn, Rita Campbell. Don't you have a conscience? Motherfucker, even if the dude was like the worst person, even if he was fucking Hitler, even if he was Nathan Bedford Forrest. Well, maybe not Hitler, maybe not Mr. KKK, but well, then Nathan Bedford Forrest shit his pants and died. Hey, he died. Well, you know, he shit his pants, had dysentery, fucking shit his britches until he died. Okay. In order to become a fucking superhero, you gotta be Muhammad Ali or Abraham Lincoln. And if you're not beating everybody up, then you gotta start a civil war. That's the only way you can stay good in Kentucky. Just a lot of racist fucking right-wing sons of bitches around here. Rita Campbell said she lives at Lakeway Mobile Home Court on Bluebird Lane. Campbell says her home's windows were busted out. So, not only did the RV get shot up, but the windows in her home are getting shot. She could have been shot and killed. Why is she running cover for the police? Bullet holes were in the trees outside. So they're just spraying the fuck out of this trailer. Bang, 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 bang. They were looking for him. They couldn't find him. You got, what, 10, 20 cops? How many would be around the trailer? 5 cops? So you got about 5 cops around the trailer. They hear gunshots from inside. They think, oh shit, I'm being shot at. Bang, 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 bang. Shoot the trailer, shoot the trailer. Shoot Phipps, shoot Arnold. Shoot the trees, shoot the windows in the house. Just shoot whatever the fuck we got. Did they have AKs? Did they have assault rifles? I want to know, were they carrying pistols or were they carrying assault weapons? You know that the truth is bigger than what they're telling us. You know it. You know it. She says the police are everywhere. There's a dead man inside her home. Inside your home or inside the trailer, inside the RV? Is there an RV and you got a home Because I thought you just, okay, bullet holes in the trees. That's interesting, right? If there was just an exchange of gunfire between the two, wouldn't the bullets be lodged in the walls? How would it have got into the tree? Nah, they sprayed the trailer. They shot they emptied their clips, right? They got 8 shots in their pistols. Maybe they got 2 pistols, right? Boom, 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 boom. Fucking all 16 shots were emptied. Every bullet that they had, they got rid of in less than 30 seconds. I wonder if they knew that Josh Phipps had gone inside the trailer to get Josh Arnold. So you got Deputy Josh Phipps, and he was a hero. In some sense, he found Josh Arnold. He got to Josh Arnold first. He's looking around the neighborhood, and he says, hell, maybe he's behind that door. Maybe he's behind door number 1. Pulls open the door, finds the guy. Apparently they got him when he hit the hall in the bedroom. Oh boy, this Rita Campbell, that's mainly where most of the blood is. Right when he hit the hall in the bedroom. So that makes it seem like he's running away. He's running away, and they shot him in the fucking back. So he's running, they're chasing. Josh Phipps goes up, bang, bang, bang. What if we don't give him the benefit of the doubt? Let's give Josh Arnold the benefit of the doubt. They just shoot him in the back. He didn't even shoot to begin with. There was no gun whatsoever. That would be a good reason to bury this, to control the narrative. Don't show the lapels. Don't show the dash cameras. You just murdered an unarmed man by shooting him in the fucking back. Why would you tell the people the truth? You want to fucking lie. No, you got it in control. Law and order. Everything's fine. Go back to bed, America. Go back to bed at Kentucky. Just go back to bed. They got it all taken care of. How many shots did the police shoot? The city park is 2 miles away from the mobile home park. Local officials say the confusion could have been started by the police or scanner traffic at the trailer park, and some thought that they heard city park. Oh, there's a shooting at the trailer park. The city park, we better go run. People just need to be stopped being the way that they are. Yeah, Russell Springs, stop being fucking pieces of shit. You ever heard of the golden rule? The golden rule is you treat others the way that you want to be treated. So stop being fucking pricks to each other. Being an asshole, I guess it's legal, but you shouldn't be assholes. And you definitely shouldn't be fucking terrorizing criminal sodomites. Well, what am I saying here? I'm on a roll. Sodomites, I don't know. 2 consenting adults can do what they want in the privacy of their own home. Read your Constitution. Read the U.S. Constitution, the Kentucky Constitution, and put your freedoms together. I'd rather have a civil society than a criminal society. I don't want people who's robbing and raping and torturing and abusing. I want people petitioning and assembling and speaking and praying. I don't want somebody who molests and oppresses and terrorizes and criminalizes. I'd rather people who pray and write a letter and use the press and be silent. Use the cops, use the courts, use contracts. These are the freedoms that's guaranteed you in the U.S. Constitution. I don't want a society who abuses and kidnaps and kills and arsons and maims and bear false witness. I don't want a piece of shit asshole criminal society. I want a good, loving, and peaceful society who knows that we have civil liberties. You have the law to make sure that we stay a free country. You have a right to religion in Kentucky. That's one of the main reasons Kentucky even exists. You can run for office. You can vote. You can use contracts, have a speedy and public jury trials. You can use witnesses and evidence to prove your point instead of being a bunch of criminal motherfuckers who robs and rapes and tortures and abuses and kidnaps and kills and arsons and maims and bears false witness and molests and oppresses and terrorizes and criminalizes. Come on, Russell Springs. Get it together, will ya? People just need to stop being the way that they are. So I got some speculation, and I mentioned some of it. I think that the cops still shot the cop. They're controlling the narrative because they don't want people to know this shit. Because he should be charged with goddamn murder, if not manslaughter, and at the very least, reckless homicide. Were they just shooting recklessly? It sure fucking sounds like it to me. You shot recklessly, and you killed one of your own guys. You think cops are the best, bee's knees, they're the heroes, you believe in a thin blue line? Well then if somebody murders a cop, then they should be charged. Do we have probable cause that a crime has occurred? Well, there's 2 dead bodies. There's plenty of probable cause that a crime may have occurred. You got 2 dead bodies. Get a grand jury indictment. Present it to the grand jury. There should be a petite jury trial. This should go to a panel of 12 locals, 12 people from Russell Springs or the county, which is what, Russell County? And a jury should determine if a reckless homicide had happened. You just saw the sheriff kill the judge. You're going to let the cops just shoot whoever the fuck that they want to shoot without even filing any charges against them? Because you know the criminal justice system is bullshit. You know that your criminal justice system is bullshit. If you get charged, you know that you go down. You know that if you go take one step into that fucking shitty ass, you know it's a rocket docket slaughterhouse. You know that it's not a fair society. You're not going to charge your fucking buddy because you know that your bullshit system is a bunch of bullshit. You don't care about being fair and balanced. You don't care about even and equal and exact justice. You don't have any virtues whatsoever. I wonder if Josh Arnold had shot Josh Phipps. That's my biggest question. So I know that the cops shot Josh Phipps. They probably shot Josh Arnold too. They're shooting in that trailer, shooting Josh Arnold, shooting Josh Phipps. But I want to know if Josh Arnold actually did shoot at the cops first. And then I want to know if he shot at Josh Phipps when he went inside the trailer. It doesn't change everything for me, but it definitely doesn't make Josh Arnold a perfect victim. You don't want him to be a perfect victim. You want to turn him into a martyr, make him Jesus Christ on the cross? They need to release Josh Phipps's lapel camera. Surely Russell Springs believe in lapel cameras. You guys are going to get so hard up over a goddamn police chase, you're not recording any of this shit? They should release all the cameras, the dash camera, the lapel camera, the Kentucky State Police, the county police, the city police. It's gross that they haven't done it yet. 2 fucking weeks later. They don't want you to know the truth. Russell Springs, Russell County, Kentucky, they don't want you to know the truth. They'll review the information. They'll watch the videotapes for you dumbass motherfuckers. Why? Because they're going to parse it out to the people. They're going to control the narrative of the thing. I think you had a bunch of cops that showed up onto the scene. Some ran to the city park thinking the worst. And then there are a minute or 2 behind. You got all this commotion and confusion. All these motherfucking standing army with guns who got just trigger happy, bloodlustful. Nothing exciting ever happens in Russell Springs, Kentucky. The population, 2,500. So you got a small town. Russell County itself is 18,000. Well, let's compare that to Louisville. That's 700,000. Can you imagine the problems in a city as big as Louisville? 700,000. If this much problem has happened in 2,500, think about 700,000. Lexington has a population of 323,000 compared to 18,000 in Russell County. 18,000 in Russell County versus 323,000. And then that small town is 2,500. Less than 3,000. Frankfurt, 28,000. Louisville, 700,000. Lexington, 323,000. And then Kentucky itself, 4.5 million people. I heard that Kentucky was the #1 for corruption. Also, tooth decay and obesity. The cops get all excited. We got ourselves a chase. Just like in Harold and Kumar. Go to White Castle. Oh shit! Oh shit! Something just came over the fucking fucking machine that says the... And then Josh Phipps goes into the trailer like Rita said. He was in the hallway just going into the bedroom. Did he shoot back? Did he shoot first? That matters to me. A guy just runs away. What are you going to do? Shoot him in the fucking back? An unarmed man who posed no threat to you? But all the cops are there. They hear gunshots. They didn't know where Josh Arnold went to. They didn't see Josh Phipps go into the trailer. And Josh Phipps, Josh Arnold found each other. Maybe there's a shootout between them. All the outside cops hear gunshots. So they think, hell, Josh Phipps could have just went in and just shot him straight up. Josh Arnold never even fired a single shot. And if Josh Arnold never shot a single shot, that means if the other fucking cops weren't there, Josh Phipps would have done the damn job. All he needed was one Josh Phipps. He is a hero if he's the only one that they needed. But because Josh Arnold didn't shoot, or let's presume if Josh Arnold didn't shoot, then that means Josh Phipps would still be alive today. If it wasn't for those other trigger-happy fucking cops just waiting to murder somebody, just got a bloodlust, can't wait to murder a person. They're a standing army. They got a piece on their side, and they got a license to murder. Why not use your license to murder willy-fucking-nilly? Arnold shot up in the air to scare the cops off of him, I bet you. When Phipps catches him in the trailer, Arnold shoots, Phipps shoots. This is all speculation. Now you got all these other cops not knowing what's going on, hearing gunshots, thinking of their own lives, and just shooting into the walls because they hear the gunshots in the trailer. They just start shooting up a storm. Multiple cops are on the scene, they tell us. Is that 10 cops? Is that 20 cops? How many cops does a town of 2,500 need? Do you even need cops in a town of 2,500? The cops shot the cops, said that one woman, who may or may not have been Josh Arnold's mother. He was sitting down right there next to the trailer where she was located at, crying, "Oh my God, I shot my friend. Oh my God, I shot my friend." That sounds like he had a moment of, he had a come to God moment. He was crying. He's got a conscience. He's not a piece of shit. He's not a bad person. That means he's a good person because he knows right from wrong. Jesus said when it comes to the Gentiles, you got right and wrong already written on your hearts. That means anybody can be good or bad. You don't need to be a Christian. In fact, you can believe in Jesus and God and all the bullshit and still be a piece of shit. If you're God in heaven, I want you to believe not just in me. I want you to believe in goodness and be good to each other. Oh, you just believed in me, but you were shitty to each other? Get the fuck out of here. Why don't you go to hell, you motherfucker? So you got 10 cops outside the trailer spraying bullets into the trees, into the windows, into the trailers like crazy. Maybe there's crossfire. Did they even consider who was behind the trailer? Maybe somebody bystander could have been behind the trailer. Maybe there could have been other cops behind the trailer. Maybe they were all just in single file execution firing squad lineup kind of style. Maybe not. We don't fucking know because they're not telling us the truth. We need some random ass media guy who just strolls through Russell Springs to figure out the truth by how? Talking to the neighborhood, talking to one of us, talking to the residents. That's called gathering evidence. That's an eyewitness testimony. That's one piece of evidence that says a cop killed a cop. But because the cops outside the trailer just started shooting into the trailer's walls, they ended up shooting both Josh Arnold and Josh Phipps. And if that's the case, then all those cops who shot Josh Phipps, our hero cop, who we lowered the flag down half-mast, should be charged with reckless homicide. Reckless homicide. Maybe manslaughter and murder too because a third person died. That's KRS. That's Kentucky Revised Statutes. You killed a third person, that's murder or manslaughter. Reckless homicide is giving you a break. That's giving you a break. And I think even if it was reckless homicide, frankly, I think a fucking jury would exonerate you all. But if they aren't charged, then we know that some of us are above the law. This isn't a nation of laws. This is a nation of people. And some people get to do as the fuck as they please, get to hurt whoever they want to hurt, and nobody's going to say shit. You just had the sheriff kill a damn judge. Just exonerate him. Let him go. Give him a 2-week vacation. Give him his gun back and put him back on the streets. Who gives a shit if he does murder or manslaughter or reckless homicide? Who gives a shit? I think a jury would exonerate them all. Somebody could have been behind the trailer. Somebody else could have been hurt. And I bet you there's more bullet holes in other different spots. Now I want to read at the very end just different shootings, because this isn't the only shootings that happened in Kentucky. 2 juveniles shot outside of PRP High School during a football game. That's Louisville, Kentucky. Bowling Green police respond to shooting on Bristow Road. Oh, he retires, so they forced him to retire. Not a smart thing. You should have kept that fucking badge. Bowling Green police respond to shooting on Bristow Road. Coroner identifies Lexington homicide victim. People are getting killed in Lexington, in Louisville, and in Boone County. Somebody got shot in Bowling Green. 22-year-old charged after the shooting outside the PRP football game. Man taken to the hospital after shooting on Taylor Boulevard. Louisville police. Kentucky couple said they found the body later, identified as that Roush guy or whatever, the guy, the I-75 shooter. Whitesburg, there's another shooting that happened in 1922, so we're going back in history. Oh man, it shook us up in 1922. We'll read this off at the very end. Let's talk about some more shootings. Let's see here. The PRP shooting at the high school football game is getting a bunch of 2 people were shot at the football game. Are they killed? Oh yeah, there's the movie Armorer's conviction upheld in fatal set shooting by Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin killed a person, but it wasn't his fault. It was the guy that gave him the gun. Can Josh Arnold say that? It wasn't his fault. It was the guy that gave him the gun. He thought that just man arrested after the double shooting at the high school football game in southwest Louisville. Let's see. Kentucky Sheriff. They keep on talking about that. Letcher County shooting. Kentucky highway shooting suspect, I believe, been found dead. So a lot of publicity with the Kentucky Sheriff and the Letcher County thing. Coroner identifies victim in overnight Russell Cave Road shooting. What is this? By the Divas Gentlemen's Club? Where? In Lexington? Divas Gentlemen's Club? So it's not just the big headlining shootings. Shootings happen all the time all across America. All across America. Body discovered near site of Kentucky interstate shooting. Believed to be the suspect. Any other shootings? No. Okay, so let's read what happened in 1922. So you had Letcher County Sheriff Sean Steins. Okay, we already talked about this. Now, March 6, 1922, Deputy Sam Galloway, 29, gunned down Graves County Sheriff John T. Roach, 30, in the sheriff's office. You've had bloody goddamn Breathitt. You had bloody Harlan, bloody Letcher, bloody Pike County. You've had bloody every damn eastern Kentucky county out here. You only found one thing in the history books? All right, let's talk about Sam Galloway and John T. Roach. John T. Roach is in the sheriff's office, and you had deputies. So the deputy killed the sheriff. Well, that's the cop who shot the cop. Galloway evidently killed Roach after he heard that the sheriff had planned to fire him. Oh, you're going to fire me? Sam Galloway says. Bang, bang, bang. John T. Roach is dead. 29, 30 years old. They're basically the same age. And is that it? And then it kind of goes on. Let's see. Galloway. Okay, so after he won the primary, easily defeated a Republican in the general election, Roach kept his word. About what? Easily wrote that Roach and Galloway had been friends. Both wanted to run for sheriff in the August 1921 Democratic primary. Apparently, the 2 men struck a deal. Galloway would bow out in favor of Roach, who would appoint him a deputy, a post that often was a stepping stone to sheriff. After the primary, easily defeated a Republican, Roach kept his word, but trouble brewed when Galloway found out that Roach had planned to cut his pay and his work hours. Well, shit, I was going to run against you, you motherfucker, and now you're going to cut my pay and my work hours? Worse, Galloway later learned that his days as a deputy were numbered. How dare you run in an election against me? I'm the sheriff. You're not going to run in this election against me. Galloway confronted Roach in the sheriff's office on circuit court day. Both became angry. Galloway shot Roach 3 times with a .45 caliber pistol, according to Easley's book. Galloway quickly handed over his weapon and submitted to arrest, fearing mob violence against the prisoner. Authorities transported him to the McCracken County Jail in Paducah. On March 7th, the Graves County grand jury indicted Galloway for willful murder, which carried a maximum sentence of death or life imprisonment. The case against Galloway seemed open and shut. After all, there were multiple witnesses. Roach's death resulted in a historical first. His widow, Lois Roach, was named to succeed him, apparently the state's first woman sheriff. She was elected in her own right in 1923 and then re-elected to a second 2-year term in 1925. What happens at the end? I don't know. Do we want to hurry up and fast forward to the end? Galloway was 74 when his life ended in Tulsa, 1968. He's buried in a Tulsa cemetery. He was released from Eddyville Penitentiary. Galloway moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma with his second wife. His first wife had died right after he was locked up. The new couple had 2 sons. One lived to 72, the other born while the deputy was jailed and awaiting his first trial. Died at the age of 5. So he died without having his father. Oh, that was what a bang up job there too. And a contract and a deal is a deal. A contract is a contract, is it not? You said I get to be a cop. I stepped down so you could take the Democratic thing. Now you're going to fire me as just a fucking deputy? Motherfucker, you're the sheriff, you're the man. Now you're not even going to let me be deputy? We had a deal. Don't you have a right to a contract? According to Hobbes, he says you have a right to self-defense. Number one, you have a right to a contract. Number two. So, you know, that's some details there. Hester gavelled the courtroom into session July 26. Jurors from Carlisle County. A juror unexpectedly died. That's crazy. A judge scheduled a third trial along with Carlisle Countyans in the jury box for August 1st. In his charge to the jury, Hester said Galloway could be found not guilty, found guilty of murder, sentenced to life imprisonment or death, or found guilty of voluntary manslaughter and imprisoned for not less than 2 nor more than 21 years. So the panel convicted Galloway of the lesser charge and sentenced him to 7 years in jail. 7 years in jail. That Boone County murderer got 28 years. So even if you're a police officer who just flat out murders somebody, you're still given a damn break.